I became number one in my saturated market in only 6 months. And I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it so you can copy me in your own business so you can do the same. And this market was not realtor, it was not dentist. No, actually, it's one of the hardest market to crack due to all the competition. But not only with the competition, but also because of how well the top guys are established in this exact market. And I'm talking about the agency and info business space. And to be exact, the online service provider. So I can continue yapping or I can just explain it to you. And make sure you stay until the end because I got a tool for you that makes the whole process 10 times faster. So before diving into the technical stuff, from what I see, most of you run away from a saturated market. Honestly, I do the opposite. Because the answer is pretty simple. I don't believe in saturation. I actually think that a saturated market is a gold mine. And why? Because it means there is a proof of concept. In that kind of market, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. If a market is saturated, it means there is buyers ready to buy. And a lot of them, and they're ready to pay. Because what is a saturated market in the end? It's just a market where there is a boom of people flooding that exact market because there is proof of concept, there's demand, there's people ready to buy from them and throw their money at them. There's three main factors to gain proof of concept: a growing market, capital to invest, and easy to find. That means that when a market is saturated, there's a lot of people, there is a lot of potential customers, they have money to deploy, and these people are easy to find. So when the majority sees this, a market like this, they start to invade this market. And that's exactly what happens in 2022 when SMMA started helping ecom. Or even now, realtors. And the good thing is you can always win in a saturated market. Because the raw truth is 98% of the people in that exact market are doing the same, the exact same thing. They're just a copy paste of the top guys, but they're a diluted version because there's one or two core things that makes them win that they don't understand. So basically what happens, they all fight for crumbs while the top guys are just winning with the whole pie, you know. And the real answer on how to be number one in a market like this is simple, but it's simple, but not easy to put in action. It's literally to be different. That's it. And that's exactly what happened with me and my program Scaling Profits. Back then, I noticed that there was a big boom in popularity in the coaches and consultant space, especially for online service provider, which was also a great timing because I was running my own agency and I was helping people for free because they were using my affiliate link with Go High Level, and I was helping them to scale their own agency. So when I started to notice that, I took that concept and applied it in the Quebec market. But the thing is, I did differentiate myself because I took that winning concept into a market where there was literally no competition. And that's one way of being different compared to others. Going the opposite of where the market is going, literally going to a new and untapped subsection of the market. And that's exactly how I managed to scale more than 60 agencies, consultants, and the info business. And I did that in only 6 months or so. And I scaled myself from 5K to 50K per month in only 3 months. And I still get insane client results like Introdes, an agency. They were selling through websites and they did 52K in 7 days with us, selling a $12,000 offer in a saturated market, the realtor one, which proves that we don't just do it for ourselves, but also for our clients. And I'm gonna explain it to you exactly how to do it like my clients. So there's 3 ways to differentiate yourself. So first, you can create your own ways of doing things. So create your own unique selling mechanism. In that case, you personalize a little bit a proven system, a proven framework that you're doing, that you're using, and you know it works, and you give it a name so it makes it different, it makes it unique. And this is probably the most easy and straightforward way to be different than the others in the market. For example, if you're a fitness coach and you help guys become jack and lean, instead of saying that your method is to bulk and then to cut, which is literally overused in the coaching space, you can say that you help guys become jack and lean using your Spartan method. That way it creates curiosity and freshness in the market, and it also creates an open loop for the prospect because they're curious and they always want to know more. What's in this important method, you know? And the second method is to do like I did, and it's to go into a subsection of the market. So you can still do like others, like what people do, without changing anything. But going and specialize yourself into a subsection can actually change everything. And it can be a sub-niche. So for example, if you're a dating coach, you only help business owners of a six-figure business how to find love. Or you can sub-niche geographically like I did. This one is extremely powerful, which has a higher barrier to entry because of the location and the language. And the last one is to do the complete opposite of what the market is doing. This one has more risk, but the opportunities are way bigger. Because everything in life is a pendulum. It always goes too far in one direction, then swing back to the other way too far. For example, in 2022, everyone was doing NFTs. People will get rich overnight, which meant that everything had to come to an end. And 1 year later, every project was worth less than 50 to 100% of their peak value, and there was barely any activities. So you get it, the real people won, the one who made money. They were doing the opposite. Like I said, there is a bit more risk because if a certain market wants something and the method is working, there is nothing wrong in doing that to capitalize. If everybody is doing the same thing and it works, like it should be something good, right? But truth is, first, you're never gonna win. Because if all the market, if everyone is going into one direction, doing the same thing, it means two people are actually getting rich. And the two people are the top guy and the one selling the shovel. And second part is everybody's doing the same, so they all look the same, so everybody is a commodity. When you sell something the same as everyone to the same ICP, the ideal client, with the exact same messaging, positioning, differentiation breaks commodity. So by doing this one, you're not guaranteeing success, but there is the most probabilities of success because once the pendulum switch, you're gonna be the top guy on the other side. And to be completely honest with you, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I was doing pretty good with only consulting, but I started to notice three things. Everybody was going there, which means that a war to the bottom in a burnt market was coming. Two is the done with you and done for you model are not optimal because each of the two models, done with you and done for you, they lack a component to make it really great. For example, the done with you model execution is what really kills client results. So it lacks a done for you part. And then three, with the rise of AI, information is now commoditized. So you get it. Transformation is the new way. It's the new way to do it. It's the new way to win. So that's exactly what I did. While the consulting market is booming like never before. I mean, people who did something for 2 months, ran a business for 2 months, are now consultants. I went the other way, the complete opposite, and I became a done-for-you back consultant to implement done-for-you system in my client business and consult them on one-on-one to scale to 50, 100K per month. So you might ask, how to create this exact differentiation? The first thing you need to do is a market research. You need to know exactly what is going on into that market to get an edge. You need to know the live trends and the upcoming trends, the pricing model, the different competitors in the market, but especially, you need to know the gaps in the market. The gaps in the market are the points of leverage we can use as our advantage. Gaps in the market are opportunities not exploited yet, or it can be complaints against competitors. So to do this, I curated a market research agents for my clients, and that gave us a full deep market research for the exact market we want to target. And that also gave us a full list of gaps we can leverage in just under 3 minutes. It's absolutely crazy. And second part, you need to identify the points of leverage. Once you have done the market research and you identified some market gaps, you want to analyze which one can actually turn into a point of leverage. Which one can be your own competitive advantage, because in reality, every complaint the competitor has is just something they're not willing to sacrifice. For example, if they only do group coaching and people, they want one-on-one, they're just not doing it because they value their free time and their time liberty more than making more money and offering what the people want, because money is an exchange of value. So you have to see what you're ready to make. So which gap makes the more sense to you to tackle and gain an unfair advantage because of it. For me personally, I was ready to implement a done-for-you part in my program, Scaling Profits. Create systems, personalized systems, and that means my client results were going to be better. And it's okay because I know other people, they want to do the bare minimum for their service delivery. They're going to give 1 call per month to their clients, and it's fine either way, you know, it's a sacrifice. So we arrive at the third part is the unique positioning. So once you understand your market, you have identified the point of leverage. It's time for you to create your unique positioning to stand out from the crowd. So with the gap you identified, choose one of the 3 ways to differentiate yourself that fits with the gap you identified. So either using a unique selling mechanism, going into a subsection of a niche of a market, or just going the straight opposite of a whole market. For example, like I said, I identified that a lot of people in the market, they wanted a done-for-you part to help with the execution, but they wanted to keep the consulting part because they wanted to understand what was going on in their business. And that was exactly my gap, and I chose to go the opposite way of the market to make a bigger contrast. And the final step is to rebrand everything in your business to do that. You need to adjust your messaging to communicate your unique positioning the proper way. You need to create a unique offer around that whole thing. And if you don't know exactly how to create a unique offer, I just did a whole video about that on YouTube, and I will put the link in the description. So by doing that, every component of the business is connected and it makes the brand more premium, you know? And that's simply what I did to become #1 in my market. And that was the step-by-step on how to do it yourself. And if you want the full prompt of my market research agent, just send me a message on Instagram at Cozian. That's where I'm the most active. And if the done-for-you back consulting model interests you, and if you also want to gain an unfair advantage on your competition before everybody floods in that opportunity, in that exact model, make sure to check the first video in the description. I will show you step by step on how to do it, how to make money with it, how to be successful, and I'm not gatekeeping anything. So hopefully we talk soon, and bye guys.